My 21F, older sister, 30F, is pregnant with the guy she cheated on her husband with. I don't know how to feel. I want to avoid that child as much as possible, but I know it wouldn't be fair to them if I play favorites with my other niece and nephew. I want to be mature about the situation, but I have such strong feelings. I don't think I can anytime soon. I say that, but I honestly don't even want to be mature. I'm tired of pushing my feelings away just to do the grown-up thing. This isn't the first time she cheated either. She cheated on him when I was 13, when they were just boyfriend and girlfriend. He moved out of her apartment, and shortly after, another guy was already moved in. I was upset by that, but I was told I was just too young to understand and that how they broke up is just what happens in relationships. After he left, it felt like I lost a brother. Me and her BF at the time were close, still are actually, and my sister constantly kept forcing her new BF onto me, trying to get me to be friends with him and get to like him, but I wasn't comfortable at all. Flash forward, and she broke up with the new BF and got back with her ex, the husband that I'm talking about. They got married and had 2 kids together, but they separated a second time when I was 19. The same exact scenario when I was 13. The husband was out of the picture, and then all of a sudden another guy was in all of her posts and at all of the family events and sleeping over. It all clicked. There are plenty of other events that led to this post about my sister. She did a lot to hurt me whether she knew it or not, and I don't want to take my anger out on people that weren't directly involved. I'm hoping with time, I'll learn to grow up and just let it aside, but I genuinely don't know if I can. She's not someone I want to have a part of my life. I guess an edit to add just so I don't have to repeat myself. The husband has known me since I was like 6. My older sister brought him around a lot and I viewed him as an older brother that I never had. I am in no way interested in him or plan on progressing our relationship like that. I have a boyfriend of 5 years that has been with me since the start of this whole fucking mess and has supported me since. There have been plenty of events that have led me to despise my sister heavily. And to see someone that I care for as family get treated like pure shit and lied to made me very upset. She's done similar things to my other sisters too. I fully understand that showing anger to a child that has nothing to do with this is wrong. I just found out she was pregnant this morning, so everything that I'm feeling is pure emotion. No thought, just feelings. And since I posted and some helpful comments I'm getting, it's calming me down quite a bit.
My wife screwed 2 of our closest friends in our living room while I slept upstairs. I never thought this would be a concern. It was the most perfect part of our relationship, the complete trust we had in each other. 2 nights ago, they were hanging out. I had to go to bed early as I had to work early the next morning. Important note is I am recovering from a major surgery and unable to have sex ATM. We are pretty open, but we have 2 hard rules when it comes to the possibility of sex outside our marriage. We haven't acted on that yet. But the conversations have been had. And the rules written in stone. 1. No friends. 2. Everyone has to be present and on board. The fact that she blatantly broke all of these rules is bad enough. The worst part is that she asked me about it as I was going to bed. I explicitly said, you can make out. I don't care. But not hands beneath clothes. And clothes stay on. They were having some pretty intense trauma discussions. So in the morning when I realized my wife still was not in bed, I checked the camera in our living room to make sure everyone was okay. Instead, I got a front row seat to my wife and our 2 friends effing for 2 to 4 hours off and on. I threw my phone down and went to the bathroom to try to regain my composure. Plus I thought I was going to vomit. While I wasn't there, she came upstairs and laid down. When I walked in, she greeted me like she normally does. I confronted her about what I saw. I waited for an apology. Still haven't received that. She flatly said, oh, I effed up. As if she had forgotten to turn the lights off or forgot to feed the dog. Not, oh hey, you asked my permission and when I laid out boundaries you blew them up as if they never mattered. I'm honestly still in shock. The rest of the morning was traumatic. She broke doors. She socked her friend in the stomach. The friend tried to prevent her from getting in her car in a suicidal state. My inner petty didn't hate that, but it's still not okay. It ended with her being escorted to an ambulance after cutting herself. I'm currently staying with my friend a little ways away. I blocked my wife. It didn't matter how many times I asked for space, she never gave it to me. After talking to my therapist, my mom, and my best friend, I'm still no closer to decided if I'm leaving or giving her a chance to fix it. It's effed. She's my person. But I deserve so much better than this. She effed our close friends while I was sleeping, recovering from a hysterectomy.
16F, my grandpa called me a worthless slut and made a scene in the mall just because of my choice of clothes while school shopping. He left me stranded thereafter. Today we went to the mall originally to pick up my shoes that I ordered online. School starts next week. Everything went fine. I got them. Upon shopping, I found some shirts and a sweater that was fairly cheap. He had no issues with that. I didn't have any problems until I started looking for pants. It went downhill. We went to Old Navy. At first, I picked up some jean shorts and other pants. I tried them one by one in the fitting room. Once I was finished, he asked for me to put the shorts back on so he could see how they look. I assumed it was no issue. Once I came out of the fitting room, he got extremely upset because he claims that they are too short and revealing. He started ranting out loud about how my generation is so vulgar. He cut the line while people were standing at the checkout line just to tell the clerks that they should stop selling vile clothing. I decided I didn't want anything from there, so we left and went to another store. Once we got there, I found some leggings I might wear, and that's when he exploded, yelled, "That's what you pick," and snatched them out of my hand and threw them in the wrong spot. He called me a worthless slut, filthy, and demonic, and other stuff. I don't remember because I just started crying. I tried calling my grandpa to see where he went, and he answered saying, "Stop calling my damn number," and hung up. I walked to where we parked out in the parking lot, and the car was gone.
I planned a night out for my friends and no one turned up. So I have been working at the same place for 2 years now and I had gotten close with a few of the people I work with. I considered them good friends and we had gone out before, but this time I planned the night. I had set the date a month in advance to give people plenty of notice. At the start everyone seemed to be excited about it when we talked about it, but I asked some of the people attending 5 days before the date of the night out if they were still coming and they didn't give a straight answer. I didn't think much of it and hoped it would work out. I told them we would meet in town for around 7:38 p.m. and everyone seemed fine with this. Cut to the day of the night out and one of the girls puts in the group chat, "So who's coming tonight?" No one answers. The message was put in the chat at 9 a.m. I didn't think much of it as the chat is usually quiet. I get read that night and catch the bus into town. At 7:20, one of the girls say they're gonna have to miss it but maybe next time. Thanks for giving me 10 minutes notice when you had a month to let me know. I wait in the square hoping to see some of my friends and no one turns up. I'm heartbroken and I'm dreading tomorrow as I don't know if I have any friends at work. I'm not much of a social person, so I only have one close friend, but even then I'm not thought of her best friend, I'm just an afterthought. A person people see every day at work and think nothing of me. I don't know what to do. Part of me wants to confront them about this and tell them how it's made me feel, but I think it would only make the situation worse. My fiancé won't marry me if I get a prenup. I 43 am a doctor. I wasted 15 years after high school to pursue that profession only because of the salary and prestige. My father has a lot of properties and businesses that he owns and I will be a main beneficiary for these said items. I proposed to my fiancée 39F about 2 months ago and are now in the talks of the actual wedding ceremonies. I brought up the topic about a prenup. Note, she's unemployed and we've been living together for a year. She immediately declined, saying what I earn is what we make together and we share. I don't feel secure unless I get the prenup because here on Reddit there's post after post of people being milked in divorce. I already am starting to feel like she's a gold digger. If I buy her gifts, her first question is how expensive it is. She says I should only get her designer for accessory gifts or clothes, so I just stopped getting her as much and only did so on special occasions, Christmas, birthday, anniversaries, etc. I myself don't see that much for designer, maybe some higher end brands, but designer is just wasting money. Back to the topic. I keep bringing it up and every time she just continues to say no. I'm fine with not being married, she's the one that suggested marriage. I am completely fine with staying as fiancés for as long as I live. I just need advice on how to proceed. Should I just do a wedding without anything on actual paper or not marry at all until a prenup is signed?